Okay,
So you need to make the though.
I already started. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, hello. Assalamualaikum. My name is Zarifa Farabi Kurniawan.
My name is Landak Makana Muhammad.
My name is Evander Rasha Fadila.
Yes, and today we'll be presenting. Well, tonight we'll be presenting our game Five Nights at Deadline. It's very cool. Yes. Okay, you already see this. Okay. So, what is Five Nights of Deadline? Evan, can you explain?
Okay, Five Nights is Deadline is a survival horror game where you are a student surviving through a jump set against this thing as you try to finish your university lab report in Deadline.
What happens if you don't finish it?
Who, you know, you're late at night and there is this scary story where there is these mysterious entities that hunt you down if you don't finish your work. They are called your friends.
Ah, so you will
Oh
die.
my.
So scary.
Yeah. That's why we need to survive this by doing our best to finish our lab report.
I see, I see. Okay, our vision on this game is to create a horror game that challenges three management skills that in three different situations of variables and risk. So the player will be forced to constantly be active and watch to ensure their safety. You know, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's. If you don't know, this is what the game is based off. And there will be a mini game to recover if the enemy attacks a player, and that will just give them some hand to hand to mouse screen eye coordination thingy. And then there's also we need to do their management capability, which is them doing the lab report, and that's the three core gameplays as well. Okay, next is also the development 01, which is the first stage of development, which is the backend. And this is basically just a smaller version of the one-to-one copy of the Jetpack Joyride code that we made on the lab, which is this one. Wait, hold on. Okay, you can see here there's five packages and one the run file. It's just the same thing. It's just a bit smaller, and there's nothing much to it. It's fine. Okay, next development 02.
So for development O2, it is like our map. So we set up the map as a node with an ID string, for example, like RS606. But like the location type, as you can see, the R means like room. So it's just a room of S676. And then like next what their neighbor is, and then the pathfinding itself, we use like pathfinding for search. It is easy and it is good for like let's say small scaling because it works by mapping out like what layer it is. Like on layer 0 is like where you're at, and then layer 1 is where like all the place that can be reached in one step from your layer or from where you are at right now. Layer 2 is in 2 step and so on. Since it checks out like all of the layers, it will never go to layer 2 if we can go to layer 1 for the same exact destination.
Okay. Before that, let's before the continuation, I'm just gonna show you what Lando meant, which is if we go here. So that development 02 is creating the map functions and things like this. As you can see, there's a node and then a map graph, built default map, and then with like the map factory. And here's the all the different places of the map itself. It's basically just what I explained. There's also map node here if I can open it. Okay. Another more explanation sets of the map. Okay, next development 03.
Okay, we created the enemy logic on two separate packages, AI and logic. These handle all their interaction with the player and how they work. We also created the mini game as the player is a jump scare, and they have hover over a blue dot for a period of time that keep moving around until the thing is gone as they continue their tasks. So basically, how the AI separated two different packages: the AI itself and the logic, which handle all the interaction with the player, like how they move and how they attack the player. As for the mini game, we actually have prototyping three different mini game. The first one being the the mouse moving everywhere while you try to hold it in a circle. That thing is troubling because somehow libgdx keep teleporting the mouse rather than shaking it. We're not sure how to make it properly shake. The second one is clicking, which is a bit too basic to be honest, so is there not much pressure for the player. And finally, this is the third variant of the gameplay where you need to constantly move your mouse around inside the circle. They will make the player constantly worry and being pressured during the gameplay. This throw them off their management game and make them panic basically.
Okay. Next is development 04.
Okay, so on this development, this is what the AI packages. So the enemy.java is the brain of the AI, since it like stores the current, last node, the state, like, and then the timer for like moving, waiting at the windows, and the cooldown after like it retreats, and then enemy state.java is just the state like the enemy is currently in, like is it roaming or is it at the window and all of that stuff. Defense state.java is just checks out whether the windows on the left or the right is locked or not. Since if it's locked, the enemy can't go in. Since yeah, there's like the cooldown of like it retreats. And then the enemy listener is just updated where the enemy is currently in. For example, like if they're at the canteen or like the hallways, or they're just at room S676 or just at the toilet or the left or right windows, just update it wherever it is.
Okay. Okay. That's it all from us. Before that, this is the GitHub links. You can't really say it. Yeah, you can open the PPT to check out the GitHub links and the itch.io. And lastly, we'll show you the game, obviously. Okay, you can start.
Okay.
I'll explain. Okay, so you can see in the setup right here. So we're pressing A and D to move left and right, and on here there's the yellow bar, which is the battery. If Lando clicks one of the windows, it will go down, and then there's the, yep, and there's the blue bar, which is the sanity, which is the one that we mentioned on keeping the player. The players have to keep, getting himself in control. This thing that's appearing right now is the lab report. We're doing the lab report, which is the green bar, which is the progress bar. If that's finished before the time limit over here, we win the game. So and lastly, we're gonna wait until a jump scare shows up. It's not showing up.
There's also a few buttons.
Ah, there
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
this is
The key problems of this is that we make the jump scare frequency way too much. So after this jump scare is finished, another jump scare is gonna start too fast, and that's a bit of a problem, obviously. That's basically the key issue that we have currently on this game, and but overall it's working fine. We basically just hover over the circle, and as long as the green bar doesn't go down, you basically survive the jump scare. That's it all from us. Thank you so much for watching and listening and stuff. Goodbye.